What's going on, y'all? I'm back at it with another one. I know it's been a minute, but yeah, look, this next one is something that I don't think too many people are talking about, not on the national level anyway. I think the only person that picked up this story was Nancy Grace. But what that is the case of montez Hurt. He's been missing since February 1st of this year. He's a 19-year-old freshman at Missouri Western State University, and he was in Kansas City early Thursday morning on the 1st with the woman when he called his grandmother in some kind of like mental distress. So let's check this one out, because I mean, something just ain't right about this whole situation, because nobody seems to know anything. But yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out.
Tonight, a St. Louis grandmother continues to search for her 19-year-old grandson in Kansas City. She last heard from him nearly 2 weeks ago. New tonight, she's sharing her growing concerns with our Robert Townsend. Robert.
Mike Tacona Donald Sullivan says she hasn't slept in days. The weary grandmother just wants to find her missing grandson. The case now has the attention of Kansas City police. It's been an agonizing time for Tacona Donald Sullivan and her family.
I just got a lot of unanswered questions.
She hasn't talked to her grandson, montez Hurt, in almost 2 weeks, and with each passing minute, her fears grow.
He's 19 years old. How do he just vanish?
Hurt is a freshman at Missouri Western University and lives on campus. That's about an hour from Kansas City. His grandmother says on the morning of February 1st, Montez called her with some kind of mental distress.
I don't know what happened.
She says he was at the home of a woman he'd apparently recently met. Grandma admits her grandson smokes marijuana.
And I kept on hearing him asking the girl, like, what did you give me? What did you lace me with? You know, and then I'm like, who is that? And then so he was like, Granny, I don't know.
That's when Donald Sullivan then called the hospital, who sent police to the woman's house.
Police was asking him what's happening. He said, I think somebody laced me.
His grandmother says Hurt went to an emergency room.
They should have sent him upstairs to find out what had him mentally disturbed.
She says the hospital did not admit Montez, but gave him sodas and a voucher to catch a cab to a Greyhound bus station. Hurt was last seen hours later on this street video trying to walk inside the station, but it was closed. He hasn't been seen since.
My heart says that he's alive.
Hurt's grandmother canvassed Kansas City streets, passed out 700 of these flyers, and will return to the city Tuesday to keep searching for him.
I gotta go back. That my grandson is still there. I gotta go get my baby.
A Kansas City Police Department spokesperson tells us Montez Hurt is listed as a missing person, and a report has been taken and assigned.
All right, so you know, my first thing is who is this woman that he was with when he was on the phone with his grandmother, where he was talking about, you know, he was asking this woman, like, what did she lace him with, which to me meant that his weed was probably laced with something. And why hasn't this woman been questioned more, since she was the last person that he was with before everything went down? But he goes to the hospital and then he's released, gets a cab to the Greyhound station, which was closed because the doors were locked. And so he goes back to the same cab that he got out of, and come to find out his phone was left in that cab, and the cab driver wouldn't open the door to let him back in. And so he just walked off, and he walked for 72 blocks. And it's just like, it's strange. And from what I was reading from people on just some other platforms who are from that city, you know, that area where he went missing from isn't a good part of town. And so you have to think that he's in an area that he's not familiar with, and he has no way to communicate or navigate. And see, you got to remember, his phone was left in the back of the cab at the Greyhound station, which he couldn't get. You know, these phones are pretty much like our lifelines now, especially if you're in an unfamiliar area. Because I mean, it's rare to find a payphone anywhere these days. And then on top of that, not too many of us memorize phone numbers anymore. So, when you take those things into consideration, I mean, he's pretty much out there on his own. But somebody in that area, they have to know something. How can somebody walk for 72 blocks and then just vanish? His grandmother talked with police, and they told her that the traffic cameras spotted him still walking south on that Thursday afternoon. So it's kind of like, well, why wasn't anything done? Like, why was there not any follow-up done after he was spotted still walking south on that road? But like I said, I mean, this is just strange. It's bizarre. People just don't vanish in the thin air. I mean, but hopefully he's found and he's safe, because his grandmother has been down there putting up tons of flyers in that area with her phone number on it, and she's vowed to not leave until he's located. So if anybody out there in the Kansas City area, if they know something, they need to give her a call, because I mean, his family is going through hell right now and they need answers. Because like she said, I mean, like, how can somebody, he's 19, 6'1", and nobody knows anything, nobody saw anything, but like I said, somebody knows something. But yeah, man, you got to get the family some answers. So yeah, take care, stay safe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.